Today we are going to study about the subject that is Animal Ecology, Zoology Paper 2, Sem 1. Course code is Z0112. Unit is Ecosystem, and in that 2.2, that is types of ecosystem. In that we are going to study about the grassland ecosystem. So in that subtopic is included tropical ecosystem, temperate grassland ecosystem and polar grassland ecosystem. Again, grassland ecosystem. Okay, so the grassland ecosystem, it is mainly dominated by various grass species with scattered trees and shrubs. Okay, here the average rainfall is average and unpredictable. Degradation of the grassland ecosystem, it is because of overgrazing that destruct the grass community and the soil surface exposed to physical factor causing degradation of grassland ecosystem. But the limited grazing activity that tend to improve the primary productivity. Again, the grazing animal, it is predominating consumers affecting the producer community, that is, it affects the various type of grasses. So there are three kinds of grassland or three types, that is tropical grassland, temperate grassland and the polar grassland. We are going to study in detail about this type of grasslands. Okay. So what is tropical grassland? So here the tall grasses with dispersed trees and shrubs, popularly known as savannas in Africa. Example here the Velavandar grassland in Gujarat. Okay. Occur at the vicinity of tropical rain forest, high average temperature and moderate to low rainfall. So the characteristics of the grassland is tall grasses with the dispersed trees and shrubs. Because of this, it is a great hunting ground for the predators. Again, as we know that each and every ecosystem, it is an integration of abiotic and the biotic component. So you can see here in the slides, the tropical grasslands are located near the equator between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. They cover much of Africa as well as large areas of Australia, South America and India. The tropical grassland terrestrial biomes located in a semi-arid to semi-humid climates, region to subtropical and the tropical latitudes. Here, as we know that the tropical grasslands, again it is integration of abiotic components and biotic components. So abiotic component, it includes carbon, hydrogen, sulphur, nitrogen and the phosphorus. Biotic component, it includes the different type of grasses. In that grasses, that is Astridia, Cynodon, Digitaria, Desmodium, Citharia, herbs and the shrubs. These are the producers. As we know that producers are photosynthetic. They synthesize their own food. In that include different type of grasses and the trees. Again here the consumers, that is primary consumers, cows, buffaloes, goats, rabbit, mouse. In the small organism, the small insects are small insects, termites, centipede and the millipede. So secondary consumers, snakes, lizard, jackal, foxes and the frog. And the tertiary consumers are eagle, vulture and the hawk. So consumers totally depend on other organisms for their food. Okay. Again, decomposers are actinomycetes, fungi, aerobic and the anaerobic bacteria. Here in this picture you can see the biotic factors, that is animal. Giant zebras tend to stay around the grassy and dry hot areas. Lions, jaguars, leopards are the main predators. They are grazers. They eat the herbs, twigs, shrubs, twigs, leaves and the plants. The next is a temperate grassland. As we know that, the tropical grassland where the tall grasses are dispersed. Tall grasses are dispersed with the trees and shrubs. Okay, but here in the temperate grassland, grasses predominate over the trees and the shrubs. Here, the trees and shrubs are absent or the rare, but the grasses are predominantly present in the temperate grassland. Okay, so you can see here the difference between the temperate and the tropical grassland. So the temperate grassland located in the temperate latitude. Grass is very short, soft, juicy and the nutritive. They have a tree-less plains and a rainfall is less. Soil is very fertile. But in a tropical grassland, it is located near the tropical latitude. Grass is a tall, up to 3 meter, coarse, spiky, is neither juicy or nor nutritive. There are scattered delicious trees. Soil is not very fertile, very dry climate. Next is the slide. In this slide, you can see the geography is flat and slightly hilly areas. Climate is mostly windy, dry area. Low precipitation, that is 20 to 35 in. Biotic factors, that is many insects, large mammals such as wildcats, elephants, antelopes, and most plants are tall, deep and rooted grasses. As we know that the biotic factors are the living factors. It includes producers, consumers and the decomposers. So same here. So producers, consumers and the decomposers are here in this the temperate grassland ecosystem. So in the temperate grassland forest, grassland. Okay, so here the polar grassland. The next is a polar grassland is characterized by severe cold and strong frigid winds. Only small annual plant grow in a summer. Again, example is tundra. Okay, it covers the 10% of Earth's land. Most of the year, these treeless plains are bitterly cold with ice and snow. It has 6 to 8 weeks summer. That is sunlight nearly up to 24 hours of the tree. Here in the next slide, tropical grassland, that is Arctic or tundra. They are found in Arctic or polar region. Severe cold, strong, frigid wind along with the ice and snow creates too harsh a climate for trees to grow. Here, in summer, sun shines, hence the several small annual plants that grow in summer. Animal includes Arctic wolf, whistles, Arctic fox, reindeer. A thick layer of ice that remains frozen under the soil surface throughout the year is known as permafrost. In summer, it appears like shallow lakes or the blocks, where mosquitoes, insect, migratory birds appear in the summer. Again, Arctic tundra, it's very cold, snow and ice, low in precipitation. Seasonal wetlands formed due to permafrost. Permafrost is underground soil in which water stays frozen for more than 2 consecutive years. That is called permafrost. Animals adapt to the harsh weather condition. Example is Arctic fox and snowy owl. Human activities leave scars in the soil and the vegetation. Here example is oil drilling. Again, the abiotic component is carbon, hydrogen, sulphur, nitrogen, phosphorus, carbon dioxide and the water. Biotic components, it includes different kinds of the grasses. Again, in the grassland ecosystem, it is made up of two types of components, that is abiotic and biotic components. You can see here different type of grasses, so the name of different type of grasses. Here the synodon, this is not there, synodon. Okay, so you can see here the different name of the different type of grasses, that is digitaria, synodon, dicteolectinum, sitaria, desmodium, dianthium, and the local trees and the shrubs. Again, the grassland ecosystem, it shows the primary consumers like the zebras, giraffe, buffalo, rabbit, mouse, antelope, and the insect. Secondary consumers like a frog, lizard, jackals, and wild dogs. Tertiary consumers are lion, hyenas, leopards, and the vulture. Decomposers are actinomites, aerobic and anaerobic soil bacteria, dung beetle. Fungi is aspergillus, rhizobus, muco, fusarium, etc. So these are the main component of the grassland ecosystem, that is abiotic and the biotic component of the grassland ecosystem. As we know that the grassland ecosystem, it is mainly divided into three types, that is tropical grassland, temperate grassland, and the polar grassland. So tropical grassland, it is characterized, as we know, that the tall grasses with dispersed trees and the shrubs known as savannas. Temperate grassland, where the grasses are predominant over trees and shrubs, or we can say trees or shrubs are completely absent or the rare. But in a polar grassland is a treeless area beyond the timberline in a high latitude region having a permanently frozen subsoil supporting the low growing vegetation such as lichens, mosses, and the shrubs. It is characterized by severe cold, strong frigid winds, and only small amount of annual plant that grow in a summer. And the animals, as we know that the wolf, again Arctic fox, and the reindeer are the main animals or the biotic component. But overall, the grassland ecosystem, the main component, abiotic and the biotic component of the main grassland ecosystem is carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, phosphorus, carbon dioxide, water, different type of grasses, again primary consumers, secondary consumers, and the tertiary consumers, and the decomposers. Thank you.